Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for today. So let's talk about the 4 companies I will be watching extremely close this week, and maybe you should do too, because this week is another big week for the market. At the time of making this video, Walmart just released their earnings report, and yes, you guessed it, not great, and they cut their outlook as well. Right now the stock is down around 9% after hours, and so yet again you might have guessed correctly, Amazon, Target, everything else is down as well. Because shall I remind you, Walmart also has Walmart Web Services and Walmart Ads, etc. It's a joke. They do not have AWS or a great ad business just like Amazon. But hey, the market doesn't really care right now. So let's have a closer look at the numbers right here. I'm going very fast over the numbers here on Yahoo. So here's what Walmart stands compared to its guidance offered in mid-May. So Q2 net sales growth 7.5% compared to 5% previously. Q2 operating income down between 13 and 14%, so that's flat to slightly up. Q2 EPS, earnings per share, negative 8% to negative 9%, same thing, flat to up slightly. And then full year earnings per share down between 11% to 13%, and the previously one was, well, just down 1%. And they do give us here some explanations. So the increasing levels of food and fuel inflation are affecting how customers spend, and while we've made good progress clearing hardline categories, apparel in Walmart US is requiring more markdown dollars. We're now anticipating more pressure on general merchandise in the back half. However, we're encouraged by the start we're seeing on school supply in Walmart US. Now remember, Walmart and Target already talked about high inventory levels a couple of months ago. And again, because high inflation, people tend to spend less because, well, they do not have endless amounts of money coming in, not anymore. So they spend less on things they don't really need. And that's why inventory builds up. Now, how do those companies get rid of their inventory? Well, they have to do some discounts, some sales. When that happens, obviously profits get slashed as well. But the positive side of things is that, well, the consumer comes back to spend some money because, well, there are some things you need regardless. So now that the price is down, maybe you'll see something at the store that's at a discount, and suddenly you will buy that when a couple of weeks ago or maybe a month ago, because it was not discounted, you would not have bought that item. So there is two sides of the coin here. Obviously, yes, we are in a recessionary environment. I think everybody knows that already, and we've talked about that in the last video. But then again, seeing that the prices are coming down is good for the consumer, and eventually it will be good for the economy as well. Now, before we go and look at the 4 companies, maybe even 5 companies I'm looking very closely this week, if you want to support this channel, do check out the link down in the description below and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to full.com/couchinvestor. And again, check out all the other links in the pinned comment. Some of it might actually save you some money. Alright, so obviously most of these companies that you see right here are companies that I own personally. But for this week, we have Google on the 26th, Microsoft 27, Shopify 27 as well, Meta Platform on the 28th, and then Teladoc, Amazon, Apple, and Intel later this week. Now, obviously, I'll be covering most of these companies on this channel, but what I will be looking for more specifically is obviously Google at first, because they will probably say something much more useful than what Snap told the market last week. Microsoft will give us a sense of, well, Microsoft Cloud and all the enterprise softwares are doing. So Google and Microsoft are extremely important to me, even though I don't own them. They might set the tone for most of my positions and maybe your positions as well. Shopify, to be honest, I already know that the stock will probably go down. We've already seen that. And what I'm really be looking for is how Amazon is doing. Now, Amazon, we know Amazon Web Services is probably doing extremely well. The ads business will be interesting to see, especially after Google, Meta have reported earnings. So that remains to be seen. And then last one is obviously Apple. Now, Apple, the biggest company on the planet. Let's see how well they're doing by selling their super overpriced items. Most likely it will not be such a great quarter or outlook for the company. There are already some signs right now cheaper iPhones in China, reducing prices here and there, cutting their outlook for some products in the future. So we already get the sense of what's going to happen. So yes, you could say that I'm only looking at the FANG stocks because, well, they're the biggest one and they will probably set the tone for everything that's happening. And you are 100% correct. I think it's extremely important to see what these companies have done and will do in the coming quarters. Now, for all the rest here, you see Teladoc, all the smaller ones, Roku, Square, etc. Obviously, those will be covered on this channel, each and every one of those, and they will probably be beaten down before they even report earnings, depending on how well or how bad the big companies have done. So there you have it. Those are the companies I will be watching extremely closely this week. And like I said, all the other companies that I have in my portfolio and that we've covered in this channel will be covered as well. Doesn't matter if it's down or not, it will be covered regardless. Now, like I said in the past videos, I am putting more money into my cash pile to be deployed during or after this earnings season, because I do think that the current market environment gives us a nice opportunity to add to our position that we want to build up for the long term. But then again, be vigilant out there, especially this week when all the huge companies are reporting, because if all of them have a doom-ish outlook, well, you can expect a lot of red days to follow. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts. Obviously, do your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.